unfair. We refuse to be taught by the new Pandit. The boys complained. The new Pandit Moshai they were expecting was named Kalip Kumar Dorka Longkor. After the holidays, when the boys were returning to school from their respective homes, one of them, a witty fellow, had composed a poem against the new Pandit called Kalo Kumro Balidan, the sacrificial death of the black pumpkin, which all of them were reciting at the top of their voices. Just then, an old gentleman boarded the train at the Elocution station. With him, he carried kantha-wrapped bedding roll, 2 or 3 earthen handis sealed with rags. To everyone, as Pinchku called out, "There's no room for your old man, go find another carriage." "There's no room here, I'll just take this little corner. I won't bother you at all." With these words, he moved to the corner of the floor where he had spread his bedding. "Baba, where are you all going and for what purpose?" "To perform a shraddh, a funeral ceremony." Whose shraddh is it?" "Kalo Umro Totka Longkas." The boys chorused in a sing-song chant. "Kalo Umro Totka Longka Blood Pumpkin Creature, we will teach your lesson and make you look silly." The train halted at the Asansol. The old man got off to have a bath. As soon as he returned to the carriage, Binchkun warned him, "Don't remain in this carriage, sir." "Why, may I ask?" "It's infested with rats." "Rats? How's that possible?" "Just look at the mess they made when they got into those handies of yours." The old gentleman found that the handi full of sugary kormas was now completely empty, and one containing kochichur had not a grain left in it.
Are you ready for task 2, which is the poem written by Roald Dahl titled The Crocodile?
Yes.
Start.
"No animal is half as wild as Crocky Walk, the crocodile. On Saturdays, he likes to crunch 6 juicy children for his lunch, and he especially enjoys just 3 of each. 3 girls, 3 boys. He smears the boys to make them hot with mustard from the mustard pot. But mustard doesn't go with girls, with all the plates and girls with them. What goes extremely well is butterscotch and caramel. Is such a super marvelous treat. When boys are hot and girls are sweet. At least that Crocky Walkie's point of view. He ought to know he's had a few. That's all for now. It's time for bed. Lie down and rest your sleepy head." "Listen, what is that I hear? Galloping softly up the stairs. Go, lock the door and fetch my gun. Go on, child, hurry, quickly run." "No, stop, stand back, he's coming in." Oh, look, that greasy greeny skin, the shining teeth, the greedy smile. It's Crocky Walk, the crocodile.
Are you ready for your task 3, which is the expressive reading task
Yes,
taken from the book Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone?
yes.
Start.
Dudley and Uncle Vernon came in both with the wrinkled notice of Harry's new uniform. Uncle Vernon opened his newspaper as usual and Dudley banged his melting stick, which he carried everywhere on the table. They heard click of the letterbox and flop of the mail. On the doormat. "Get the post, Dudley," said Uncle Vernon from behind his paper. "Make Harry get it." "Get the post, Harry." "Make Dudley get it." Poking at the smelting sticks, Dudley. Harry dodged the smelting stick and went to get the post. 3 things lay on the doormat. A postcard from Uncle Vernon's sister Marge, who was holidaying on the Isle of Wight. A brown envelope that looked like a bill and a letter for Harry. Harry picked it up and stared at it, his heart twirling like a giant elastic band. No one ever in his whole life had written to him. Who would? He had no relatives, no friends, he didn't belong to the library. So he never even got rude notes for asking for books back. Yet here it was, a letter addressed so plainly there could be no mistake. Mr. Harry Potter, the cupboard under the stairs, 4 Privet Drive, Little Winning Surrey. The envelope was thick and heavy, made of yellowish parchment, and the address was written in emerald ink. There was no stamp. Turning the envelope over, his hand trembled. Harry saw a purple wax bearing a coat of arms, a lion, an eagle, a badger, and a snake surrounding a large letter H. "Hurry up, boy!" shouted Uncle Vernon from the kitchen. "Harry, what are you doing? Checking for letter bombs, huh?" He chuckled at his own joke. Harry went back to the kitchen, still staring at his letter. He handed Uncle Vernon the bill and the postcard, sat down, and slowly began to open the yellow envelope. Uncle Vernon ripped open the bill and snorted in disgust and flipped over the postcard. "Matt's ill," he informed Aunt Petunia. "Ate a funny yolk." "Dad," said Dudley suddenly. "Dad, Harry's got something."
Are you ready for task 4, which is the reflection task?
Yes.
First question from section 1. Describe the setting of how you performed one of your performance pieces. Describe the setting of one of your performance pieces.
I would like to tell the setting of my piece, Feast of Rats. It was written so beautifully by the Nobel Prize winner Rabindranath Tagore. Probably the first AC class, elite class in Indian Railway. The setting started with boys shuffling, jumping, and shouting across the compartment. The compartment can only accommodate 4 people, and there were 4 already, as mentioned in the story. And Here it was, the man was not able to adjust as the compartment was filled with luggage of boys, and he was not able to fit his kantha wrap wedding roll and his harness. And at the end, boys ate his coldness. I come across so rarely stories written so descriptively using five senses technique. I could smell the cold mass and I could eat the salty taste of coldness, and I could visualize the train of boys and having fun. All in all, it was a perfect setting.
Question 2. Give some of the examples of how you used pauses in your performance.
I used pauses to make the piece perfect and accurate to perform, and to give brief moment of pauses to audience to understand and to interpret what am I saying. If I rushed, it would not sound interesting or it would not attract audience what am I saying. So in the poem Crocodile written by Roald Dahl, I used pauses. No animal is half as wild. I paused at one to give an description about crocodile and to make him look scary. In Harry Potter, I used pauses to show emotions of each and every character. Like Uncle Vernon said, "Hurry up, boy!" I showed his anger and said I gave time to Harry to react. I used pauses in Feast of Rats to show the fun tricks of the boys, like Kalu Kumro Totka Lonka. I paused there and made it sound funny and tricky.
Third question. How did you use voice and body in one of your pieces?
I used my voice and body to bring each and every piece to life. But the most challenging one was the poem Crocodile written by Roald Dahl. I used my voice. He likes to crunch 6 juicy children for his lunch. I paused at crunch and had my pitch to make it more attracting and visualize the character of crocodile using my voice projection. And in body, I used to present characters, his dad and his son. I also showed the position of crocodile and also shrinkled my shoulders to show fear.
Thank you.
Welcome.